In 1989, a young Portuguese from Lisbon, specifically from the well-known Almada area, was taking his first steps in the world of football. At just 16 years old, Luis Figo, who would go on to become one of the most recognized footballers of his time, was beginning his journey towards glory. His emerging talent earned him a place in the Portuguese U-17 national team, and it was on this stage that he began to etch his name into football history. Young Figo made his debut in a European U-17 tournament, where his team faced high-caliber opponents, including the Spanish squad. During this championship, the Portuguese team reached the final, and Figo, showcasing a glimpse of the talent that would make him famous, scored a crucial goal that led them to be crowned European champions. This victory was not only a milestone in his career, but also an indication of what was to come. Just 3 months later, Figo and his team participated in the U-17 World Cup, where his outstanding performances earned him a spot in the first team of Sporting Lisbon. In 1991, already established as a starter, Figo joined the midfield of the team and began to make a name for himself in the Portuguese football scene. It was during this period that Portugal won the U-20 World Cup, a significant achievement that placed Figo and his teammates at the top of world youth football. This group of players became known as Portugal's Golden Generation, with Figo emerging as their undisputed leader. During the 4 years Figo spent at Sporting Lisbon, his talent and skills solidified, and he quickly became a key figure in the team. Despite his outstanding performance and being part of one of Portugal's most important clubs, Sporting only managed to win one trophy during his tenure. The rivalry with Benfica and Porto, which had won the Champions League in 1987, kept Sporting in a constant struggle to keep up with its rivals. Nevertheless, Figo's prowess on the field attracted the attention of major European clubs, and in 1995, he decided to join FC Barcelona. One of the giants of world football. Figo's arrival at FC Barcelona marked the beginning of a new era for the Catalan club. Under the guidance of Johan Cruyff and later Bobby Robson, Figo became a key player in the team. He shared the dressing room with stars like Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Hagi. And together they began to rebuild a team that, although it had won the Cup Winners' Cup that season, sought to establish itself as one of the best in the continent. On his first season with Barcelona, the team won the Copa del Rey and the European Super Cup. And despite the departure of Ronaldo Nazario, the team was reinforced with the arrival of stars like Rivaldo and Patrick Kluivert. Figo quickly stood out as the team's leader and, despite having been with the club for only one season, was named captain. His dribbling skills, game vision, and ability to create goal opportunities made him an idol for the Catalan fans. The affection of the Catalans for Figo was immense. In 1998, after winning La Liga, Figo celebrated with his teammates from the balcony of the Palau de la Generalitat, while the crowd went wild with excitement. The Portuguese was not only a symbol of Barcelona's success, but also an emblem of the Catalan struggle for independence, as football in Catalonia has always been a way to express its unique identity within Spain. However, this fervent love would eventually turn to hatred over time. In the summer of 2000, Figo was at the center of one of the most controversial transfers in football history. Florentino Perez, a candidate for the Real Madrid presidency, used Figo as one of his main campaign promises. Perez promised that if elected president, he would bring the Portuguese player to Real Madrid. Against all odds, Perez won the election and fulfilled his promise, paying a record sum of €62 million for Figo. Figo's transfer to Real Madrid not only broke the hearts of Barcelona fans, but also made him the #1 enemy in Catalonia. Barcelona supporters saw him as a traitor, and his return to Camp Nou wearing a Real Madrid shirt was one of the most tense and memorable moments in the history of El Clásico. During one of these matches, Barcelona fans threw all sorts of objects onto the pitch, including mobile phones, bottles, and, in a gesture that would go down in history, a pig's head, symbolizing his betrayal. However, Figo did not let the criticism and hatred affect him. In his early seasons with Real Madrid, he proved to be a key player for the team. He won the Ballon d'Or in 2000 and was named FIFA World Player of the Year in 2001. His partnership with Zinedine Zidane, another of Florentino Perez's major signings, led Real Madrid to win the Champions League in 2002, solidifying Figo as one of the best players of his generation. Although Figo achieved success at the club level, his international career with Portugal was not always smooth. At Euro 2000, Portugal reached the semi-finals but was eliminated by France in a match where Figo missed a crucial penalty in the final moments of extra time. This moment was a hard blow for Portugal's golden generation, and the failure at the 2002 World Cup, where they were eliminated in the group stage, only exacerbated the situation. Nevertheless, Figo continued to be one of the world's most outstanding wingers, known for his fine touch, dribbling ability, and pinpoint crossing. Despite international difficulties, his legacy as one of Portugal's greatest footballers was secured. The early 2000s Real Madrid was known as Los Galacticos, a team full of superstars including Figo, Zidane, Ronaldo Nazario, Roberto Carlos, and David Beckham, among others. Although the team was a sight to behold, it didn't always translate its talent into titles. During Figo's last 3 seasons at the club, Real Madrid won the league only once more, along with a Copa del Rey and a UEFA Super Cup. Despite the lack of titles, Figo continued to demonstrate his quality on the field, maintaining his status as one of the team's most important players. His ability to handle pressure and maintain a high level of performance cemented his reputation as a true professional and leader in the dressing room in 2005. Figo left Real Madrid and joined Inter Milan, where he continued to enjoy success. With Inter, he won Serie A in each of the 4 seasons he played, helping the club regain its dominance in Italian football after years of drought. During his time at Inter, Figo became a vital player, bringing his experience and leadership to a team in the process of rebuilding. On the international stage, Figo had one last chance to achieve glory at the 2006 World Cup. Portugal reached the semi-finals, where they faced France in a tight match. Once again, Zidane was Portugal's nemesis, scoring a penalty that kept Figo and his team out of the final. Despite this result, Figo left an indelible mark on international football, remembered as one of the greats of his era. Reflecting on Luis Figo's career, it is important to consider various aspects of his game and impact on football. Regarding his goal-scoring ability, Figo was never a prolific forward but was capable of scoring in crucial moments, including long-range shots and set pieces. In this aspect, he would rate a 5 out of 10. However, where Figo truly excelled was in his ability to assist and create goal opportunities. He was the second highest assist provider in La Liga history, only behind Lionel Messi, and his ability to deliver accurate crosses places him at the top of wingers of his era, deserving a 10 in this regard. In terms of dribbling, Figo was a master. His ability to dribble and evade defenders made him a constant threat to opponents. Although his ball retention wasn't always perfect, his dribbling talent was undeniable, earning him a 9. Finally, in terms of commitment and professionalism, Figo was always a dedicated and passionate player, giving his best in every match. This aspect of his game also deserves a 10. Figo was a complete player, with a career full of successes and iconic moments. Despite the controversies surrounding his transfer to Real Madrid, his legacy in football is assured, and he will be remembered as one of the greats of his generation. With an average score of 8.5 in these evaluated aspects, Figo stands as a true icon of world football, whose influence will endure in the history of the sport. Luis Figo not only left an indelible mark on European football with his skills and achievements, but also played a crucial role in opening doors for a new generation of Portuguese footballers, including iconic names like Cristiano Ronaldo. His influence was such that it changed the global perception of players from Portugal, a country that, before his emergence, had not produced as many internationally renowned football stars. The impact of Figo in opening doors for other Portuguese footballers. Breaking barriers in European football. Before Figo's arrival, Portuguese football had recognition but was not seen as a talent pool capable of consistently competing at the highest European level. By establishing himself at elite clubs like Barcelona and Real Madrid, Figo demonstrated that Portuguese footballers could excel in any league, even the most competitive ones. His transfer to Real Madrid in 2000, a record-breaking move for the time, not only broke financial barriers but also cultural and sporting barriers, setting a new standard for Portuguese players. Direct influence on Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo, who is now one of the most recognized and successful footballers in the world, has cited Luis Figo as one of his main inspirations. Figo not only served as a role model for Ronaldo but also paved the way for young Portuguese players to be taken seriously by the biggest clubs in Europe. When Cristiano arrived at Manchester United in 2003, there was already a greater willingness to trust in Portuguese talent due to what Figo had demonstrated. This transition was crucial for Ronaldo to develop his talent in an environment that valued and understood the capabilities and potential of Portuguese players. Catalyst for a golden generation. The generation of Portuguese footballers that followed Figo, including Deco, Ricardo Carvalho, and more recently Bernardo Silva and João Felix, benefited from the door Figo opened in Europe. Figo's success with Sporting Lisbon, Barcelona, and Real Madrid showed young Portuguese footballers that competing at the highest level was possible and that there were no limits to where they could go. Additionally, his ability to adapt and succeed in different football styles, both in La Liga and Serie A, set a precedent for versatility and adaptability for future talents. Portuguese football began to be viewed with greater respect on the international stage. European clubs started paying more attention to the young talents emerging from Portugal, investing in academies and developing closer relationships with Portuguese clubs. This shift in perception helped more Portuguese players get recruited by top teams in Europe, creating a domino effect that benefited entire generations of players. An ambassador for Portuguese football Figo, with his charisma and professionalism, became an ambassador for Portuguese football worldwide. His behavior both on and off the field helped improve the image of Portuguese footballers, presenting them not only as talented but also as players with a strong work ethic, dedication, and passion. This was crucial for players like Cristiano Ronaldo to enter prestigious leagues such as the Premier League and La Liga with the confidence that their skills would be valued and respected. Figo's legacy goes beyond the trophies he won or the records he broke. His true impact lies in having changed the global perception of Portuguese football and opening doors for future generations of players to dream of reaching the highest levels. Cristiano Ronaldo is the most visible and successful example of this legacy. But Figo's impact can be seen in the number of Portuguese players who have had successful careers in Europe since his era. Figo was not only an extraordinary footballer but also a pioneer who paved the way for an entire nation to export its football talent at the highest level. Without his influence, European football might not have witnessed the same level of success and recognition that Portuguese footballers enjoy today. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for our next exciting content about the world of sports. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments. See you next time.